Hey guys, welcome to this channel. It's your boy and it's time for a review of the recent album from Waje. Waje is a Nigerian singer who's been around for a while. She released an EP in 2021 and now she's back with a fourth studio album titled Waje 2.0. That sounds more like a new version of her musical career. The 11-track album is a follow-up to her 2018 album Red Velvet and includes features by Tiwa Savage, Falz, Falz, Emi Black, and Mastercraft. Unveiling the album art cover on Instagram, she wrote, "Personally, I would say this album still sounds old and would sell more if it was released a decade ago. It just doesn't sound like she's adapted to the new trend, and don't get me wrong, she's got interesting vocals, but I feel most tracks on this album were just totally off." Opening the album with a track featuring Falz was quite impressive, and also I kinda like the energy on track 3 featuring Tiwa Savage. I love how their voices blend. I just don't feel the vibe on this album for real. I feel like if she's stating she's back or she's brought a newer version of her music, then this shouldn't be the newer version, because this still sounds like the old Waje for real. I didn't expect something like this from a time-taking project, considering she's been off music, or rather she's not been so stable with the music thing, and she coming back now to say, okay, this is a new version, Waje 2.0. I don't think I expected this. I expected something quite better. No doubt her vocals on this project was pleasant and danceable, but I feel like if she had employed better or recent beat makers on this album, the album would have sounded more different and more enjoyable. I love how the album lasted for just 30 minutes, so you don't get more bad songs. Bills, track 5 on the album, which she expressed displeasure in a man's attitude to being a man up. The song sounded really cool and quite interesting. The first thing I noticed about this album was the old-fashioned beat, and I'm not saying the beat makers aren't good or something, but in the music scene, for an artist to remain or stay relevant in the music game or industry, you've got to change or move with the trend, and I feel like the beats on these albums were totally off, and that's a big turn off, because I understand that a lot of people listen to music, they don't even understand the language just because they enjoy the melody and the beat. So it's more like the first impression you get from an album is the beat. So you making an album where the beats are not enjoyable, I don't think that album would sell. The general theme of this album, I would say, is love. She expresses feelings and emotions on most tracks in the album. My favorite track from this project remains In Between. I love the instrumentation on this. I love how she blends her vocals with the piano. It made me feel like I was experiencing a live performance. She was really cool on this, and I wanted more of this, but I guess I got a limited version. There was a track which she talked about how life isn't a sprint but a marathon, step by step, and you should take life easy. It was quite inspiring, and I kind of love the movement of the song. Also a track Solo, and this was a lovey-dovey vibe, but it sounded so old-fashioned and more like the 2014 Afrobeats, not the recent Afrobeats. That was totally off. She closed the album with a track featuring Emi Black, and this particular track, my worst track from this album, sounded more like a choreography tune, and I could picture a group of youngins dancing to this song. That wasn't a great close-up. Wasn't a great close-up. The album fucking had skips and no replay value. Like I said, if this was recorded some years back, maybe it would have been enjoyed, but this is 2022, for Christ's sake. I feel like, no hate on Waje actually, but I feel like to back up this Waje's new version of the 2.0 new version, I feel like she should employ more talented beatmakers or more recent beatmakers to make amazing and enjoyable beats, 2022 beats, the current Afro beats. beats. Because this particular album, man, the beats were totally off. It was the biggest turn off from this album. This album is a weak 3. Noisy sounds, bad beats. Sounded more like a low budget project, and you don't expect something from someone who's been in the industry for a while now. So bullshit.